Mr. Bula, let me just ask an open-ended question. If I say frontline states, what comes to mind and what can you say in relation to that?
So now this is about the people. We have this Freedom Charter where Operation Dudula is entrenching the Freedom Charter that says people shall govern. And currently we don't have leaders. We are on autopilot, and that's where Operation Dudula comes in.
No, I'm asking about frontline states.
Frontline states. So this is about. Are you now taking this together with?
If I say to you frontline states, from a historical perspective, what comes to mind as we have this conversation?
The frontline states, I would believe it's about the people in power.
You obviously is a frontline state.
Okay.
She obviously doesn't know what a frontline state is.
So this is the trending video of Zandile Davula as she was being interviewed by ENCA and EFF members. They are celebrating left, right, and center, and they are happy, that they finally caught Zandile Davula red-handed. So obviously this is something disastrous for someone like Zandile Davula, who is leading a political party that is currently fighting issues, that have to do with frontline states. And it's something, for a leader not to know what those frontline states are. It's something like really what's going on. So in this video, I want to analyze, does it matter for any political leader, in South Africa to know what these frontline states are? Because these frontline states, they played their role, back during apartheid days. But do they still have any significance in this day and age? So the first question that I would like to ask, is what do you think, of a leader of a political party like Operation Dudula? Because Operation Dudula is fighting these frontline states, right? Not knowing what frontline states are. Let's hear what this guy has to say, because it's very important to know. So this guy is saying, it's lack of historical grounding, because this was central to Southern Africa's liberation history. If the leader doesn't know that, then it suggests they do not understand the regional context that shaped South Africa's freedom. Weak ideological foundation. So this is more of like saying Zandile Davula does not have, this ideological foundation. Like they do not understand what they stand for when they say South Africans first, because they do not know that key liberation history is like lacking in ideological depth. Because a credible leader should know what frontline states are, the role that they played, leadership, credibility, etc. So in short, it's a warning sign that the movement's leadership may lack the historical understanding, and etc. etc. Obviously, this is what is being said, and this is what EFF members are all about, But for us, does it matter? Because I still remember there's this issue where I think it's got to do with rugby, with the Springboks being banned, from playing in certain tournaments. So those organizations, they were also helping to fight apartheid. This is history. It's important to know. But at the same time, this knowledge, it can come as a disadvantage sometimes, because I feel like EFF is putting themselves in a bad situation, in the sense that if there are some by-elections tomorrow or some elections tomorrow and Operation Dudula gets more votes than the EFF, it's going to come back to bite them. you have both parties, Operation Dudula and EFF, not winning a ward election, but somehow Operation Dudula gets more votes than the EFF, then Operation Dudula, is going to come back and laugh at EFF, and say, look now where you are. So EFF is sort of like reducing themselves to a very, very low level that they shouldn't be reducing themselves to. Because if Operation Dudula defeats, the ANC, DA, or anyone else, it doesn't matter. But if they defeat EFF, they are definitely going to come back for EFF. So this is a bad situation, that EFF is putting themselves in. It's like they are creating an enemy in Operation Dudula that they shouldn't be doing. In 2025, there are very, very few people, who care whether their leader knows what frontline states are or not, for as long as you are serving them. I mean, case in example, the Patriotic Alliance. Look, they got lots of votes, and they won their awards by getting votes from the colored community. So those guys, they do not even care, what Gideon McKenzie has been entangled in, and all those controversies, etc. It's because Gideon McKenzie represents them. It's the same situation here with Operation Dudula. It's not going to be affecting her in any way. It's what I think. So for EFF members to come out and try to be smart and showcase, that Zandile Dabula does not know, Julius Malema does know, so you should all shift from Zandile Dabula to Julius Malema, it's not going to work. Because do young people in 2025, really care if their leader knows what frontline states are or not? I feel like nobody cares, for as long as you are serving the people. Because mostly young people in 25 probably don't care what their leader knows, what the frontline states are or not. That's the answer that I also think, because that thing, it's way back before apartheid, before 94. Obviously, it's still being learned in school. I've seen some question papers circulating on social media where there was this multiple choice, and people, it was a question, asking what the frontline states are, and it was a multiple choice. People still learn that, and a leader should just know that. But do people care? Nobody cares. Should EFF care whether other leaders know or not? EFF should not care. They should just focus on themselves. I'll catch you guys on the next one.